Android gaming gets better, way better, with the MOGA controller by PowerA. We go hands-on today on App Judgment. This episode of App Judgment is brought to you by Carbonite. Welcome to App Judgment, your source for mobile app news and reviews. I'm Mauricio Balvanera, and I'm joined today by John Moore, VP of PowerA. John, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
You're here showing off the MOGA controller. This is a basically Android analog control pad, right?
That's right, but it's more than just a controller.
Yes.
It's really the complete, what we like to call the complete mobile gaming system.
Right, okay. Now, you have a big list of compatible games, and this is all sort of being consolidated into one app, which I think is a very unique approach to these analog sticks. Maybe you can tell us more about that.
Sure, that's what you're talking about is the Pivot app. And really what we've tried to do is to kind of break down all of the games that are going to be MOGA enabled and put them onto one Pivot app, so people can go to one spot and to find them, and then they can categorize them. So if they like to play racing games or shooting games, they can go to that category and find those games immediately. They can also store them alphabetically. The Pivot app is also a great way for us to push out information to that end user as well. So if they like to play a certain style of game, we can actually make suggestions for games that are MOGA enabled as well.
Right, right. Now, just so you guys know, some of the games that are featured in the app are Duke Nukem 3D, Dungeon Hunter 3, one of our favorites around here, Nova 3, Sonic the Hedgehog, Episode 2, Asphalt. This is a big list. There's a huge list of games, and check out the link below for the full compatible list. But let's check out some of the features on here, starting with the buttons and analog sticks. These are actually pretty well built. They feel great. It's just kind of an ergonomically comfortable controller.
Well, it's it was really built to appeal not only to a casual gamer but really to a core gamer. So we found that a lot of people that are playing mobile games are playing games for about 5 or 10 minutes. And it's just not a great experience. So we wanted to develop a controller that felt good in your hands, and it's a controller that you would enjoy playing a game for maybe 45 minutes or an hour. Yeah. Somewhat of a console quality experience for your mobile device. So it's got the trigger buttons at the top, as you pointed out. It's got these kind of recessed dual analog sticks, so you can have some great play control with that, and then 4 action buttons. So kind of a standard controller button layout. It's also got this very unique arm that can extend up to 82 millimeters. So if you have the Galaxy Note, I think, which is the biggest phone that's currently out there now, it'll hold that as well.
That's great. Now, if I'm not mistaken, one of the great features about the app too is that you guys are working directly with developers to sort of automatically map out controls to the game, so you don't have to go in there and sort of fidget with all the map keys.
Personally, it's something we don't think really the consumer should do. Really, the play control and how you play games should really be controlled by the developer. And so what we developed is a really unique software development toolkit, which enables the developers to, within a very short period of time, what used to take weeks and months is now done in a matter of hours. Because these development teams that are out there are very small. The last thing they're going to do is pull somebody off of working on a new game in order to map controls to the MOGA. So we've simplified that and made that very easy. And
not just the small developers. I mean, you guys have like Gameloft, Namco, Bandai, Sega, Atari. I mean, these are huge companies that are on board with this.
Remedy just came on board. We've got MachineWorks Northwest, a lot of great developers. As a matter of fact, in the last 3 weeks, I think we've signed up about 20 developers.
Awesome. So now, despite all the fragmentation that we have on Android, this actually works on any Android device using basically
2.3 and higher. Yeah, absolutely. We wanted it to be, work with the majority of the devices that are out there, but we also wanted it to be, forward compatible with new devices as well.
And the controller's using what, AAA batteries?
Yeah, there's 2 AAA batteries. They go right into the bottom grips here. Easy to install, and we're getting about 18 hours of battery life on the 2 AAA batteries, which is probably about a week's worth of gameplay, depending on how much you play on your mobile device.
We'll see for the hardcore gamers out there, that might not be enough, but I think it's actually more than enough.
Well, we did test them. We had somebody playing, for 18 hours straight, and that's when we started to see a little bit of the batteries dying out. But it's a lot. It's a lot of value for $49.99, and we think gamers are really going to gravitate toward it.
It's a great price point. Great. Now, so for developers that are interested in checking out the SDK, where should they go?
They can go to PowerA.com and get more information about the MOGA.
Cool. All right. We're going to check out some gameplay in a sec, but first, let's thank our sponsor. Carbonite Online Backup is automatic cloud backup for the computer files on your home office or small business. Just set it up once and Carbonite will protect your computer files so that you can stay focused on running your business. No hardware required. With Carbonite, getting lost files back is easy. Your employees can even access their backed up files on their smartphone or iPad with the free Carbonite app. Carbonite is the better backup plan for your home office or small business. Start your free trial at Carbonite.com with the offer code AppJudgment today. That's Carbonite.com, and the offer code for 2 bonus months is AppJudgment.
All right, like we mentioned earlier, the MOGA controller is compatible with tons of existing Android games, and we got a chance to play with 3 of them. The first obvious advantage is not having your fingers blocking 1/3 of the screen or more, as you can see here in Riptide GP. We've taken a look at Riptide in the past, and it still manages to be an engaging experience. I've always been a huge fan of the Wipeout series, and Riptide manages to pull off the same feel in an aquatic track a la Nintendo 64's Wave Race 64. I just wish there were more levels. Riptide GP is going to cost you $1.99. Dark Knight Rises has lost a bit of steam since the movie's popularity has essentially come and gone. That doesn't mean Dark Knight isn't worth picking up. Gameloft created a hit, and it's that much better with the MOGA controller. There's only one real downside, and this is a symptom of the current mobile gaming market. You really need to invest in in-app purchases in order to make any sort of advanced progress. Your initial investment, just 25 cents right now in Google Play Store. Not too bad. And finally, Asphalt 7 Heat. We also took a look at this racer a few weeks ago, and it's a hit amongst you car nerds. Getting your hands off the screen really allows you to take in the phenomenal graphics on this one. If you get a chance, make sure you play this one on a larger tablet. Now, we are seeing a lot of people complaining about frame rates, but we didn't run across this issue. So let us know if you're seeing any subpar performances, and let us know what Android device you're using as well. All right, hit us up on Twitter, Facebook. Make sure you subscribe here on YouTube, and we'll see you next time.